Hey there, fellow citizens of the global economy. Ever feel like something's off? Like the market isn't this free-flowing, self-regulating utopia we're sold? You're not alone. For decades, whispers have circulated about hidden forces, puppet masters pulling the strings of our financial system. Is it all just paranoia, the ramblings of tinfoil hat enthusiasts? Or is there something more, something darker lurking beneath the surface? We're diving headfirst into the world of economic conspiracies, exploring the shadowy corners where truth and speculation collide. We'll unpack the most prevalent theories, from the Federal Reserve's alleged private ownership to the Rothschild family's purported global banking dynasty. Buckle up, because we're also exploring the potential for manipulation in the seemingly decentralized world of cryptocurrency. And who can forget the Bilderberg Group, that annual gathering of elites shrouded in secrecy? By the end, you'll be asking yourself, is the free market an illusion, a carefully crafted narrative designed to keep us in the dark? Let's find out. Let's kick things off with a big one. The Federal Reserve, or as conspiracy theorists affectionately call it, the Fed. This institution is often shrouded in mystery and speculation, making it a hot topic for debate and intrigue. This institution, created in 1913, stands as America's central bank, tasked with the seemingly mundane job of managing the country's money supply, but its role extends far beyond just printing money. It also involves regulating banks, maintaining financial stability, and setting monetary policy. Sounds simple, right? Well, not so fast. The Fed's operations are intricate and often misunderstood, leading to a myriad of questions and concerns from the public.
Critics point to the Fed's unusual private ownership structure, with shares held by private banks, as evidence of a sinister plot. They argue that this setup creates a conflict of interest, where private banks could potentially prioritize their own profits over the public good. They argue that this grants these banks undue influence over the economy, allowing them to manipulate interest rates and inflation to their advantage. This perceived power imbalance raises concerns about the true beneficiaries of the Fed's policies. The Fed's actions during economic crises, like the 2008 bailout of major banks, further fuel these suspicions. Critics claim that these bailouts were more about saving the banks than protecting the average citizen. Conspiracy theorists see these interventions not as necessary lifelines, but as calculated moves to protect the interests of the financial elite while leaving ordinary citizens to bear the brunt of the fallout. They argue that the Fed's policies often exacerbate economic inequality, benefiting the wealthy at the expense of the poor.
The truth, as always, is likely far more nuanced. While the Fed's structure and actions can be controversial, it's important to consider the broader context and the challenges of managing a complex economy. The Fed's structure is undoubtedly complex, but its actions are subject to congressional oversight. This means that, in theory, there are checks and balances in place to prevent any one group from having too much control. However, the opacity surrounding its operations leaves ample room for suspicion, making it a perennial target for conspiracy theories. Transparency and accountability are crucial in dispelling these doubts and ensuring public trust in the institution. Ultimately, understanding the Fed's role and its impact on the economy requires a deeper dive into its policies and the rationale behind them. Public education and open dialogue can help demystify the Fed and foster a more informed and engaged citizenry. As we continue to navigate the complexities of the modern economy, the Fed's actions will undoubtedly remain a focal point of discussion and scrutiny. By staying informed and questioning critically, we can better understand the forces shaping our financial landscape. Now let's journey back in time to the 18th century, where we meet the Rothschilds, a Jewish banking family whose name has become synonymous with shadowy financial power. Their story begins in the bustling streets of Frankfurt, Germany, where Mayer Amschel Rothschild laid the foundation of what would become a financial dynasty.
The story goes that Mayer Amschel Rothschild, the family patriarch, strategically installed his 5 sons in major European cities, establishing a banking network that spanned the continent. Each son was sent to a different city: Frankfurt, Vienna, London, Naples, and Paris. This strategic placement allowed them to create a web of financial influence that was unprecedented at the time. This network, according to conspiracy theorists, allowed the Rothschilds to profit from wars and revolutions, lending money to governments and amassing unimaginable wealth and influence in the process. They were said to have financed both sides of conflicts, ensuring that no matter the outcome, their financial interests were protected. This practice allegedly began during the Napoleonic Wars, where their ability to move money across borders quickly and discreetly gave them a significant advantage. Their reach allegedly extends beyond finance, with whispers of their involvement in everything from the establishment of Israel to the manipulation of global commodity prices. Some even claim that their influence extends into the realms of politics and international relations, shaping the course of history from behind the scenes, to the manipulation of global commodity prices. The Rothschilds are often cited in discussions about the control of gold, oil, and other essential resources, with some believing that they have the power to sway markets at will.
While the Rothschilds' historical significance in banking is undeniable, their contributions to the development of modern financial systems cannot be overstated. They pioneered many banking practices that are still in use today, such as the concept of international bonds and the establishment of a global financial network. The extent of their modern-day power is debatable. In today's world, the financial landscape is dominated by multinational corporations and technology-driven financial institutions. The Rothschilds, while still wealthy, are just one of many influential families in the global financial arena. Critics argue that the family's wealth is now dispersed across generations and that their influence has waned. The Rothschilds have diversified their investments and interests, moving into areas such as wine production, real estate, and philanthropy. This diversification has diluted their financial power, making them less dominant than they once were. Nonetheless, the Rothschild name remains a potent symbol of unchecked financial power, fueling conspiracy theories that paint them as the ultimate puppet masters. These theories often overlook the complexities of modern finance and the many players involved, but the mystique of the Rothschilds endures, a testament to their lasting legacy in the world of banking and beyond. Section 4, 2008, Crash Course in Conspiracy?
Unraveling the financial meltdown. Remember the 2008 financial crisis? Of course you do. It was a time when the world seemed to be falling apart, and the financial markets were in free fall. It was a period of economic turmoil that left millions jobless, struggling to make ends meet, and facing an uncertain future. Homelessness surged as families were forced out of their homes, and many began to question the very foundations of the global financial system.
While most experts attribute the crisis to a complex interplay of factors, including deregulation, risky financial products, and subprime lending, the narrative is far from simple. The housing bubble burst, leading to a cascade of financial failures that rippled through the economy. However, some see a more sinister hand at play, suggesting that the crisis was not merely a result of economic missteps.
Conspiracy theorists argue that the crisis was engineered, a calculated move by powerful individuals or institutions to profit from the chaos and consolidate their control. They point to the massive government bailouts of banks, which were deemed too big to fail, as evidence that the system is rigged to favor the elite. These bailouts, amounting to hundreds of billions of dollars, were seen by many as a reward for reckless behavior, rather than a necessary step to stabilize the economy. The notion that certain institutions were too big to fail only reinforced the idea that the financial system was designed to protect the interests of the powerful.
Some even suggest that the crisis was orchestrated to usher in a new world order, with increased surveillance and control over citizens and a shift in power dynamics. The rise in surveillance and the erosion of privacy rights in the years following the crisis have only added fuel to these theories.
While such claims may seem far-fetched, the lack of accountability for those deemed responsible for the crisis fuels suspicion and leaves many wondering if the full story has yet to be told. The lingering questions and the sense of injustice continue to haunt the public as they seek answers and demand transparency in a world that often seems shrouded in secrecy.
Section 5. Cryptos catch decentralized dream or digital domination.
Enter the world of cryptocurrency, a decentralized digital currency touted as the future of finance. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin. The names alone sound like something out of a sci-fi novel.
Proponents champion crypto's potential to revolutionize the financial system, breaking free from the control of governments and central banks.
But wait, what's this? Conspiracy theorists are already sounding the alarm, warning that this seemingly liberating technology could be a Trojan horse for unprecedented financial control. They point to the anonymous nature of crypto transactions, which could be exploited for illicit activities, and the potential for market manipulation by powerful players.
Some even speculate that governments or central banks are secretly behind certain cryptocurrencies, using them to introduce central bank digital currencies or CBDCs and gain even greater control over the global financial system.
Is crypto a force for freedom or a tool for control? Only time will tell.